What is going on, everybody? My name is Miles. Welcome back to the channel. If you didn't see in the last video, I showed you guys the parts that I chose for the bars and exhaust on the Low Rider S. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. But this is the second part of that video. Everything has been installed. I am very, very happy with what I chose, how it looks, everything. So this video, I'm gonna give you guys some sound tests of the exhaust. We're gonna do some riding, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on how it feels and how it performs. I know some of you wanted me to make like an install video. I did the best I could with getting some footage of Kyle doing the work on the bike, but that's just not what I do with my videos. I'm not gonna do a technical, in-depth install video. This is more of just a review and my thoughts and opinions on these parts and how they feel. We are going through some remodeling here at Independence Harley-Davidson in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you're in the area, come check us out. But this dealership is about to look completely different like 8 or 9 months from now. So all the parts have been shoved back here. They're tearing everything down. But yeah, let's go outside and take a look at the Low Rider S. All right, guys, here we are with the bike. I waited for a good day to ride and make this this segment of the video. Today is about 60 degrees outside. It feels phenomenal. So the first things we're gonna go over is pretty much what I just did to the bike. You may have saw in the last video, but if you haven't seen, then we're just gonna go over it real quick. So we did the 2-in-1 Bassani RR3 exhaust. It's beautiful. It looks amazing. I did the high flow element filter here instead of that stock filter, and then I used the Screaming Eagle tuner to flash the stage 1 tune to the bike to adjust the fuel to air ratio to go a little bit better with the Bassani exhaust. Now you can use the auto tuner. I don't know if they have it for the 21s yet, but the auto tuner will kind of hone in on that tune. I did not do that, but it's running really great and it sounds phenomenal, which I'm going to show you right now. Alright, along with the exhaust and the stage 1, we did the Kraus kickback risers and the Fly Moto bar. So we got this T-bar set up, which is an overall height of 12 inches. While we were at it, I decided to go ahead and change the levers to the black levers from Harley-Davidson, and these are the Heartluck grips, and they feel great. Like, they are narrow and they just feel like you got a lot of control. They're very sticky. With this setup, I went with the LA Choppers cables, as you can see here. Midnight braided steel cables. These are actually really, really nice. He changed the lower cables too, just so that they would all match. I like this a lot. I like it a lot. They look really good. Now, braided cables are going to last a little bit longer than normal vinyl cables, so that's why I decided to do that. So here it is. Here's the setup. I am so fucking happy with it. Like, I've only had this bike for about 2 months almost, and it's set up, you know, I got the big stuff out of the way. So let's go ride it and talk about it. Gosh, that exhaust sounds so good. I'm normally wearing my Ruroc helmet when I commute and everything, and it's a little bit more quiet than this Biltwell lane splitter, so I can hear the exhaust like incredibly well now with this helmet. We can start out talking about the bars here. Like you can see, I am in such a upright position with these bars. My shoulders are straight out, and it is much more comfortable for me. You know, the stock bars were somewhere down here, so you had to arch your back a little bit to lean over to, you know, to ride. And now I'm just sitting straight up. Like, this was perfect. I did the 10-inch kickback risers from Kraus with the 2-inch bar, fly moto bar. So overall, 12 inches. And this is a different setup than I had on the Street Bob. The Street Bob overall height was about 10 inches. So I was still like hunched over a little bit with that. But with this, I mean, I am straight up. I love it. This looks great right here. Like, everything about these risers is high quality. Like, they really are. So the risers, you know, normally you have the polyurethane riser bushings down here, but with the Kraus risers, the polyurethane riser bushings are actually up in here, and then it's hard mounted down to the triple tree. So it's supposed to reduce the vibrations along with these Heartluck waffle grips. They are designed also to reduce a lot of vibration. So it feels premium, man. It feels supreme. I really wanted to put only like the best stuff on this bike, and I wanted to put stuff on here that I knew I wasn't going to want to change down the road. And this is perfect. This is exactly how I pictured it and how I like it. So as far as these handlebars, I highly recommend them. Highly recommend them. Now, for you guys that don't know, I have this 13.5 monoshock from Fox on the Low Rider S that I transferred over from the Street Bob. So with these T-bars and that suspension, I am just like whipping this bike around. Like, I can just like throw this bike around. It feels like I have just like ultimate control of the bike now. Like, I can just literally just, you know, I can throw this bad boy around really nicely. With the Stage 1 tune, you will also be able to notice, you know, a crisper throttle response. It's more responsive with that tune. You know, with the factory tune, you twist the throttle and it takes a minute, you know, to get going. But the Stage 1 tune is like an immediate response from the throttle. I have to say too, I mean, I'm sorry to all my 107 guys, but the 114, it just sounds beefier, man. Like, with this exhaust, it sounds such more deep. Oh yeah. Like I said, I haven't even really like got you know, redline this bike or anything like that. Like, I'm seriously babying it through the break-in process and keeping it under 3,500 RPMs. Really, I'm trying to keep it under like 3,000 RPM. So I've been really babying it, and mostly, you know, commuting back and forth to work, I'm bouncing around first through third, fourth gear. So I haven't really got to, you know, get a lot of highway time in. But it's like, after having the 2-in-1 exhaust and the T-bars on the Street Bob, there's no other way to go. Like, I had to have it for this bike. I had to have it. This is complete happiness. With this setup, it is just perfect. These levers feel great. These grips feel great. And the bike performs to match how it looks. I mean, this bike is a beast. 321 miles, that's all. That is all. I've done a lot to this bike already. I've only had it for 2 months, you know. With the Street Bob, I think it took me like 6 months to get it where I wanted it to be. Maybe even longer than that. But with this one, I knew what I had and I knew what I wanted, and I've got it now, and I'm completely content. You know, we like to put, you know, spend a lot of money, put a lot of money into these bikes, and to continuously do it and do it and do it. Obviously the goal is to get it how you want it and not have to put any more money into it, and that's what I was really going after. Even if these initial big modifications cost a pretty penny, I was willing to do it just to get it out of the way, so I can start, you know, saving up money and not dumping it into the bike to get it how I want it to be. Man, when you shift gears, this exhaust just lets you know it. It's just like... So if you haven't already, go ahead and give me a thumbs up for this video. Leave me a comment. It helps my channel out significantly. And if you haven't already, go subscribe, because I put out content pretty frequently. I'm at the dealership all the time, and I put out good content. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you for everybody who has subscribed, all my new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. You know, I just want to give you guys the best advice that I can for your bikes through all my experience and all my knowledge. I'm just trying to share this with you guys to help you guys out and give you some content and stuff to watch over the winter time for those of you in the country that can't ride your bike. You know, it's been pretty cold here, but every now and then we'll get a nice day like this where you can get out and ride. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I went over pretty much everything I wanted to go over. I might make some separate videos specifically about these individual parts, focusing solely on them, but you know, I just wanted to make a good video for you guys, part 1, part 2, showing you, you know, what I chose for this bike and how it feels after I put it on. So my name is Miles. Ride fast, take chances. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.